Yeah, it was. It was. We were really looking forward to this game to come up and play a very good contested ball side in on a very small ground in what turned out to be humid and slippery conditions. So, but to really convincingly win contested ball, clearances, your head on inside 50s, your head on all the key stats, becoming, a coach's losing line, that one. That when you lose, you trot out all the statistics you won. But clearly Sydney adapted to the conditions much better than we did early. We got off to a poor start. Once we adapted to the conditions, we were more competitive. But the early lead that we conceded proved insurmountable.
They just really looked like they came out in pressurisation straight away. Every time one of your guys got the ball, there was two guys on them straight away.
Yeah, well, it's pretty easy to pressure when you overhandle the ball. So really we were looking to try and we know Sydney are very good at pressuring. There's no doubt. I think they're if not the best in the competition, very close to it in terms of pressure around the ball. But if you kick the ball forward, they can't pressure you. But when you try and overuse it and create something that's not there, it allows a very good pressure side to be very good at that.
What are some about the positives today, coach, for your team?
Oh well, the losing coaches line, all the key statistics that we won. But we gave ourselves a chance. We went inside 50, 60 times. We had 27 scoring shots to their 28. So, probably the game should have been a lot closer than the margin suggested. But, we've got to be... the fundamentals of our game are fairly sound. We've just got to be able to adapt to conditions like these a little bit quicker than we did.
Do you expect the sort of performance that you got last week every week, or are you going to have a bit of inconsistency still?
Yeah, and I expect the same effort, and I expect the same intensity and the same concentration to try and adhere to what we're doing. And I really called for a big effort from the boys at three-quarter time. I thought we were still right in the game. We had our 9 scoring shots in the last quarter, but we couldn't convert them. So, if we converted and really we dominated that last quarter, we just couldn't put enough pressure on them on the scoreboard. But I think our challenge is to stop those fluctuations. And if you've got the foundation of really good effort, then I think you're pretty well placed.
There was a lot built about the midfield battle coming into the game. How did you see that?
Pretty even, but I thought Luke Parker was terrific early. He was the one who sort of probably got away from us. But Andrew Swallow, Daniel Wells, Liam, Jack Zeeble really got on top at times in the game. In the last quarter, they really dominated around the ball. So we just couldn't convert those opportunities. But I sense that we're going to have some pretty good midfield battles over the next 5, 6, 7 year period with the Swans. So we're looking forward to that.
You said during the week this is one of the hardest road trips in footy. I guess it justified that today, the way that came out.
Yeah, and the conditions add to it because the SCG is obviously quite small and congested, and Sydney like it that way. But when it's wet and slippery, it makes it very difficult to break them open. So we adjusted to that at three-quarter time, but we can't wait 3 quarters to do that.
Gary Rowan went off early, and you're looking at people saying this will be an advantage to you guys. But does it become almost tricky to work out when to pull the trigger and use the sub based on the fact that they've used theirs so early on?
Yeah, look, we always intended to see how we started the second half. We we're 3 goals down. If we kicked the first couple of goals, we maybe would have held the sub up our sleeve. But we certainly didn't wait. I wasn't disappointed that we waited too long. We were keen to get Kieran Harper out there, especially in those conditions. But look, it's an easy decision when you get an injury, but when it's a tactical decision, it does become difficult. But I thought we activated the sub early enough.
Todd and Hamish have been good so far this season, but it didn't quite work for them today.
No. Well, I suppose it depends which way you look at it. I don't think they dominated the game, but I don't think they were terrible either. Goldie was certainly getting his hands to the footy in the ruck contest fairly well, and that was reflected in the clearance numbers. First possession was really dominant to us, and I thought our rucks had a bit to do with that. So while they didn't dominate, I thought they did their job.
What did you make of the video review system today? You used 3 times in the first half. That third one, the replay sort of looked like Todd's probably kicked the goal, or inconclusive maybe, and it's gone down as a rush behind.
Well, do you guys know what the rule is? If it's inconclusive, what do they do?
We're not entirely sure if there's a
well, please,
umpires on field call.
Look, ask the umpires, but I know that when I ask the umpires, I get nothing out of them. So maybe you guys are better. That maybe you can ask the right questions, because I defy anyone to say that was conclusive. The goal umpire didn't call it rushed. He was I'm pretty sure he's ready to signal a goal, and the field umpire ran in to make sure. Look, I just think you'd love the AFL to clarify. You know, what's the rule? Is it the lesser scorer? Is it the advantage of scoring team? If it's inconclusive, it's making it up as they go along at the moment.
Batsman's giving the advantage in cricket. Would it be the goal kicker getting the advantage? Do you think that's a sensible thing?
And NRL's the same. You know, the scoring team, you know, gets the advantage. But we haven't had it clarified, and we have asked the question, but it's not very clear to anyone, I don't think, at the moment.
You played a couple of unbeaten teams, Essendon and Sydney and Geelong, obviously. What do you make of the Swans compared with everyone else you've played so far?
Look, I mean, the Swans are 4-0 for a reason, but I think that without being disrespectful to the Swans, they're exactly what I expected them to be. They've been the same, they've played the same style of footy for a long time now, which is, you know, extremely competitive, tough footy, and they're respected universally because of that. And what they've been able to do is add, you know, Parker and Jetta, and, you know, now Kieran Jack's back playing some really good footy. So you add in Gary Rowan. I'm really impressed with what they've done with their list, and, you know, I think they've still got their tough brand of footy, but they're bringing some really good young players through as well. So, you know, they'll be extremely hard to beat here. They'll be hard to beat anywhere. So, you know, we're really looking forward to the next time we play them.
Skipper was helped off in the last quarter. Are there any injuries to report?
No, he's okay.
Anyone else? Or?
No, everyone's clear. A few guys cramping and a few corkies, but nothing to report.